Hey there, everybody. It is Sunday, May 13th. So happy Sunday. Hope everyone's been having a great weekend. Here in the U.S., it is also Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers there, out there, in the U.S. and around the world. Even those that aren't mothers, the caregivers out there, those that have lost children, just anyone that carries the divine feminine energy, just this is your day. And I just want, all the mothers of any walk, to revel in that, because I don't want to look at it necessarily as a job, but it's a duty that, it's not easy, but I feel honored myself as a mom to be able to be trusted to nurture, other beings. And I say trusted because like I said, I firmly believe in everything happening for a reason. And so me having my two kids, I feel honored, to have these two little angels with me. So let's just get into the reading, I guess. Today, not even today, just lately, I've just been in the middle of a lot of change, and I guess my readings kind of show that. Just been going with different styles, whatever I've been feeling in the mood for. Today, I asked, just give me 3 cards to really define the mood today. At least that's what I started off with, because this is actually the second pulling. And the first pulling, I'll discuss actually as I go into this one. So let's just start with the 5 of Wands here. Because I guess this can actually be definitive of just like the feel of the energy lately. Like, I don't know if you've been feeling the same, just kind of like either you've been feeling like you're in the middle of like a bunch of like, not even a really struggle, but just like hassles or with other people, or just, I don't know. This makes me think of, in this context, in this reading, of a bunch of egos just like fighting it, putting their stance in someone else's face and trying to say, well, I'm right. And a bunch of other people being like, well, no, I'm right. And I say this because in the first reading, I pulled a bunch of wands, but they were in reverse. So I'm just trying to get the hang of reverses just lately and see what those bring me. And so for me, it was, if I can try to remember exactly what it was a Knight of Wands. It was a Knight of Wands and an Ace of Wands for sure. So for me, those spoke of like when you're creating problems just so you can fix them, like just so your ego can kind of be like, well, I always have to fix everything. And that comes to mind because that's something that I am noticing I do. Just to be like completely honest with y'all. And I feel like that's something that maybe, I want to say moms do, because that's not a fair stereotype, but I don't know if some people ever have that issue where it seems like you feel like you have to like do everything, and almost in trying to do everything, you almost create little chaoses and messes in your path or in your wake. I don't know if that's just me, but that's kind of what all of that reverse energy made me think of. It also made me think of when like you're just too full of yourself, and you're just not necessarily just full, but like just so sure of yourself, so much so that you believe anyone else that doesn't agree with like your stance or something, they have to be wrong or something. I don't know. That's just kind of the feel that I got of like just throwing your flame all over anyone and everyone just because you just feeling that hot. Try not to do that today. I feel like there was so much wand energy that it's just like we're all just feeling like this pressure and this tensity, just this urge to go, like to like get out there and put ourselves out there and do all kinds of things. I feel like that might also have to do a little bit with like the Venus and Gemini, with like all this energy of us wanting to connect with other people and things like that. So this actually leans into what I feel is giving us the advice here. So we have two very, feminine energy cards. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. So in context to both the spread that I pulled before this and this one, especially when I'm looking at the High Priestess, is speaking of acting by not acting, by not getting into the fights, and not even just that they're fights. It feels like me like these fights, they're petty. And they're petty because, especially when it comes to people sharing their different viewpoints, is that, at least what I'm coming to, my understanding is that everyone's perspective is essentially, not even essentially, but it's right in its own right. Like, there is no one person that can give you the absolute truth. There is no one absolute truth. There is no one absolute viewpoint. None of that. And the High Priestess knows that. She understands that. So she moves with her intuition. She's all about intuition. I mean, you look at the moon here. She has like what I think is a full moon. Her crown. She's all in white and blue. Being, and maybe even, this can even speak of you being aware of, like, the undercurrent. Being aware of, like, being aware of, like, this pressure, this tension that's kind of building underneath things. And not really acting, just kind of paying attention and not moving until you feel ready to strike, really. Not until you feel like you have to. When it's called for. And when I see this Queen of Pentacles here, it makes me think of a few different things. The first thing this makes me think of is just mothers. And okay, thank you, AC. This makes me think of mothers, So if you have a mother in your life, a mother figure, someone that nurtures you, someone that provides you with some sense of, like, stability, some sense of, like, value, of worth, anyone that may have even instilled that in you, show them some love today, show them some of your appreciation today, because this card speaks of that for me, of understanding your inner worth, your inner value. And seeing the worth in the little things. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, she's very much more of doing this internally. So it's like realizing the worth in every part of themselves. And so as below, so above. So as we start to notice everything that is good with us, good or bad. Likewise with the outside world, I feel, especially you see her all surrounded in nature with these beautiful landscapes of yes, I believe those are mountains. I was gonna say, those are not waves, I believe. So she sees the beauty in all the little things and cherishes them and understands it's about quality and not quantity. So that could even speak of all that fire energy I was talking about, where it's not about how many moves you make. Ooh, that's what came to me. That's kind of what I've been feeling, even with this shift into Taurus with Uranus. I mean, this shift is going to change, like, a bunch, like, everything. But just one of the things I'm even getting from this is, like, learning you don't have to strike every time. This whole culture of grind 24/7. I'll sleep when I'm dead. If it ain't money, it don't speak to me, or like just any of those, these sayings or these programs of thinking where we think we have to always be moving, always grinding or something to be, and that proves that we're actually doing something. And I feel like that's something I know I've been struggling with as a stay-at-home mom. and feeling like, because especially I guess on a day like today, all right, so I got a phone call in the middle of that, so I guess I'm just gonna wrap it up. So yeah, I guess, oh, what I was saying was like, this, having these cards on a day like this, it's just making me think about, not needing to join the rat race, not needing to join the crowd and join the flow of how everyone else is just kind of like fighting to be heard and to be known, to have their opinion recognized and their worth recognized. Here this speaks of not needing to move, not needing to do all of the theatrics to prove to others that they feel worthy. Because that's really what it is, nothing is really about other people. It's really about whatever we're dealing with. So in the case of needing to like grind the way a lot of people do, I mean, they do that for themselves, but you notice with the advent of social media and the ability to, share your journey or whatever it is that you want to share, you find a huge focus on people trying to put out that persona of, oh, all I do is work and grind to get my abundance. But it's like, this is knowing like you don't have to do that. You are abundant inside. And so you have, it's an abundance that, other people can't access because it's your own, And I hope that resonates with some of you today. I know I have quite a few ladies that follow me, so if you're a mother out there or a caregiver to anyone out there, my son is shaking the camera and stuff, so, all right. So, yeah, just love yourself, be proud and feel good about what you do as a mother or a mothering figure. Shh, come on, sweetie, we're finishing up. So, I'll just end it at that. Spend some time with my little kids today. All right, baby. So you can follow me on Instagram at Gladiator in Sweats. The info will be down below in the description box. And I'm just leaving it at that. He's not gonna let me go much longer, y'all. So take care, everyone. Much love. Many blessings to y'all. And bye.